Good morning, my loves. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Of course, I am back with a speed build. This time around, I am doing a romantic cabin in a world I have never built in before, and that is the world that comes with outdoor retreat. It is a world that is locked to a vacation world, which I definitely think needs to be updated because vacation homes don't work the same way as they did when this pack and the Salvadorada pack first came out. But I'm building this because I have sent my not so berry sim self on vacation with her boyfriend, and they are at a cabin, and I wanted this to be a very romantic cabin. Eventually I want to build one of those ASMR like rooms that you see whenever you're searching for an ambience room. I want to build one of those, but for now, this is just a romantic getaway for two, a cozy little cabin in the woods. And I'm a city girl through and through, so I find the idea of going away to a cabin completely isolated and by yourself to be absolutely terrifying. But it's The Sims. There's no real danger to them. So they are going to come and stay at this cabin. I really love how this turns out. And you'll notice that when I started building, the entire lot was pretty much already done. I just go in and build the actual house slash livable portion of this home. The reason I did that is because when building the forest within this lot, I've used a lot of debug. I didn't just want to like mindlessly scroll through debug. It really was just a bunch of like terrain painting, which let me tell you, I put a lot of effort. I put some effort into terrain painting for this lot to make it feel more realistic. Then when I loaded into the lot to make sure like the fireflies and the mosquitoes that I placed everywhere were functioning properly, it replaced that like dirt that I have all over the trees and on the edge of the lot with the cobblestone that I have in the pathway. Then I removed the cobblestone. Then I removed one of the pathways that I have leading to the hot tub and the pool, but kept part of the one leading to the hot tub. I don't know what that is, but they also really need to fix that terrain paint issue. But anyway, that's not the point. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think that it is so cute and cozy, and I know that my not so berry sim self is going to have a great time there, even though she is very much toxic in this relationship just because I am telling a story. I don't think that's funny in real life, but it's The Sims. It's a video game, and sometimes it is fun just to play a toxic character. Just because I'm playing that character does not mean that I stand by her morals or I think that what she's doing is appropriate. She's not going to do anything that's like really out there, but she's definitely going to have some issues that are going to be coming up in the Let's Play. But that is besides the point. I digress. What I really want to tell you about is that I'm genuinely so excited to see where the remainder of The Sims 4 is going to go. If you're not aware, maybe you're not fully in Sims news, and that's fine. Not many people are like fully into Sims news, but in case you somehow have missed it, Project Rene has been going on for I think about a year at this point. When they first mentioned it, they mentioned that it would be going on for quite some time. Project Rene is the next generation of the Sims franchise, which many people are calling The Sims 5. I hope they call it The Sims 5, but we'll see what they end up actually calling it. From the little pieces that we've gotten, I am excited because it actually looks really good, and I'm excited to see what they're able to do with this new generation of software. I am wary because they still want to do compatibility from playing on your computer to your phone, which in some ways is great, but in other ways, I'm like very wary about it because the specs that your computer has and what it's able to operate and run is so different than what your phone is able to run. And with that cross compatibility, I don't want there to be like sacrifices with what you're able to do on your computer. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do. I'm also a little bit worried about Project Rene because it seems that there's going to be microtransactions. All of this is speculation. I have no information. I have no proof. This is absolutely nothing with anything. I am literally just speculating with you. But if there are microtransactions, that's not going to be fun because the Sims games are already so expensive, and if you have to pay real money for certain objects, that's not going to be a good time. I prefer they stick with the model of having like expansion packs and game packs where you're paying a set amount of money for a huge amount of items and for a good significant amount of gameplay, which is what an expansion pack should be. But again, I digress because we're not actually here to talk about The Sims 5. I mentioned the quote-unquote Sims 5 because I think that it's going to come out within the next couple of years. Again, this is speculation. Like, literally, why would I have any information about when this would be coming out? I wouldn't. I have no freaking idea. But I do think that it's possible that it's coming out within the next couple of years, which means The Sims 4 is on its final stages of its life. And quite honestly, The Sims 4 has been around for like several years at this point. I think almost a decade by the time the quote-unquote Sims 5 comes out. But because I think that it is on its final leg, I think that we're getting some of our last expansion packs for the Sims 4, some of the last game packs. And I'm totally speculating here, as I keep saying, but with the introduction of horses, and I cannot explain to you why I think this, I think that horses are the stepping stone to cars. They're trying to figure out how to put cars into The Sims 4. In my mind, that's like the stepping stone, right? We go from bikes to horses to cars, and that's like the general thing. And there are mods genuinely that where you could get custom functional quote unquote cars, but it really is just a reskin for a bike. So they look really funny. I don't know. I think that could be potential in the future. Do I want cars in The Sims 4? Quite honestly, no, because The Sims 4 is a closed world and cars really don't make sense for a closed world. I would love like an animation of like your Sims getting into the car and that going into like a loading screen, kind of like The Sims 2. It's not actually a loading screen, like you genuinely see your Sim just driving around in a car, but in the background while you're watching that little video, it is loading up the game. I think that that could be fun, but functionally, I don't see how you'd be able to use cars in any real way, especially because a lot of the streets have animations for cars that are already driving, and it just really would not be functional. It would just be a little animation thing. I think that cars could be cool if you were able to like utilize the car, like work on your car in the garage, or you could have like multiple cars in the garage. Maybe you can own a car dealership. I don't know. I know that in one of the Sims games, you're able to like woohoo in the car. Or like it'd be really funny to have like little points where you could utilize cars as different kind of functional objects, even if it's just a woohoo spot. I think that could be interesting, but honestly, on the list of things that I want for The Sims 4, cars is really, really, really low down. What I actually want is hotels and amusement parks. I don't know if we would get hotels, but I would love like a hotel resort thing where we're able to build like these really cool pools with swim up bars and have essentially a multifunctional lot. Because if I'm going to get a hotel, I want that hotel to also operate somewhat at least as like at least a cafe or a restaurant, somewhere where your Sim can purchase food at the hotel as well as sleep. I think that that would be so fun. And yes, I would want a world with the hotel pack. I'm not sure what world it would be in, but I think it'd be really cool to have like a South Africa kind of setting, or just like maybe something mountainous. I'm trying to think of what we don't already have. And of course, I wouldn't want it to be like restricted to a specific world, but I would want to have the option to go to different worlds and have a hotel and a resort with just like really cool pools and swim up bars and fun activities that go on. Maybe even something like beachside with mountains. I genuinely have no idea, but I think it'd be so much fun to get hotels and resorts. I'm not sure why I think that we might get them. I don't know. I just think it's in such high demand, and anything that's in high demand probably will sell really well. I think that a hotel pack and an amusement park pack could sell really, really well because it's some of the key features that we are missing in The Sims 4. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what pack you would want in The Sims 4 and what you would want in it. And as always, I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.